What is up guys, Boris here, and today I'm going to be talking about the possibility of Yorki being alive in One Piece. I'm going back to my very first video and I'm going to be revisiting it, taking the best parts of it and editing it in a more current style, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. Now for those of you guys who don't know, Calico Yorki was the captain of the Rumbar Pirates, and the Rumbar Pirates happened to be the crew that Brook was a part of when he was sailing through the Grand Line. Now, due to an unfortunate series of events, Yorki as well as a couple of other crewmates were infected by a parasite and had to flee the Grand Line in order to look for a possible cure. Now, Calico Yorki left Brook in charge of the crew, but before saying goodbye, Brook guaranteed that they would see each other again. He told him to stay alive because they will meet once more. So, that tends to be a flag in One Piece. Anytime you see someone promise to meet again, you know, that should light up a red flag telling you that something could potentially happen. Now Yorki and the other infected crew members attempted to flee the Grand Line through the Calm Belt, and the Calm Belt happens to be the location where a majority of the Sea Kings reside. It is a very dangerous water and requires a ship with sea stone prison on the bottom of it to sail through it. And so how exactly would Yorki have survived his voyage through the Calm Belt? Well, remember that there is an island that we already know about that is located in the Calm Belt, and that happens to be Amazon Lily. Now, this is a country that really despises men and does not allow them to enter the country for the most part. But if you noticed, all of the empresses seem to be stricken by the love sickness. Boa, as well as the previous two empresses before her, all got stricken by love sickness. The two previous to Boa both died from it, and Boa fortunately is able to survive due to accompanying Luffy. But if we notice, Elder Neon, the third empress before Boa, actually got it as well. However, she mentioned that she actually went out to sea and managed to not die, just like Boa. So that's something important to keep in mind. Could Elder Neon have met Yorki as he was trying to escape through the Calm Belt? And due to that meeting, that could have been how she acquired the love sickness. She fell in love with Yorki and eventually went out to sea to try to find him after he left the island. But I don't know if he ever found him. And the ages would match up if you think about it. Brook around the time skip is, I believe, 90 years old. And we can assume that Yorki is about that age. So he would be around 90 years old. And if we think about the Empress of Amazon Lily, the I guess third former Empress, Elder Neon, she would also be around that age, seeing as how she would be 3 generations behind Boa. So there's some pretty crazy coincidences there, and it would not surprise me if those two did in fact meet as Yorki was trying to escape through the Calm Belt. Now, if he is alive, then where would he be, or have we seen him before in the One Piece world? And I believe so. Now, if we look at the From the Decks cover story, you'll notice one particular cover page, which is very interesting, which is one where we see Crocus, Laboon, and a mysterious friend. Now, a lot of people have speculated as to who this mysterious friend is, but I do believe that this is Yorki. Now, as I was looking for some more information to see if anyone had come up with any new ideas since I made that video, I did find something interesting. One person on Oro Jackson actually made a post about how each Straw Hat had at least one page on that From the Decks cover story in which the characters from their past were highlighted. So, you know, Luffy had people from Fushia Village, and Nami had people from Kobayashi Village, and so on and so forth. And it turns out that this page is the only one that pertains to Brook. So this cover page, which I had mentioned before I thought that Yorki was part of, is also the one page that highlights people from Brook's past. And we have, of course, we have Crocus, we know he met, like I said. We have Laboon, who's, you know, his dream is to eventually deliver that recording of Bank Sake to Laboon. And we have a mysterious friend, who again I believe is Yorki, and that connection would make sense as this cover page would feature 3 characters from Brook's past. Now, one more thing to notice, and something else that I didn't notice the first time, that I believe was noticed in this, is that they are drinking sake. And from what I've read, Yorki's favorite song was actually Bing Sake. Yorki's favorite song was Bing Sake, so what perfect way to sort of commemorate one of these cover pages to Brook, as you have the Sake, when you're being Sake, you have Laboon, Crocus, and his old friend who is still alive. And like I said, he's probably in his 90s, so he's very old. And this would make a lot of sense, as you have both Laboon and his former captain waiting there for the one day that Brook will return to deliver that recording of Big Sake and fulfill his dream. It all would wrap up really nicely. So in conclusion, Calico Yorki is still alive and managed to survive by escaping through the calm belt via help from the people from Amazon Lily, and seeing as how they have a lot of exotic plants and different kinds of flora and fauna, they might have had some sort of way to cure the disease. And at some point, he actually went back to Twin Cape to visit his old friends, Laboon and Crocus, and is waiting for the day that Brook will return. So what do you guys think of this theory? Let me know down below what you guys think about this. And I'm going to be revisiting some more of my old theories in the future, so stay tuned for those. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.